Good afternoon, Rotarians. I hate to ring the bell actually, because it's such a great pleasure to see everybody visiting, enjoying each other, getting to know each other. So sometimes maybe we'll have a meeting and we'll just do that. That'd be interesting for all of us. So to get to know each other better. But we're not going to do that today. So welcome to the finest Rotary Club on the face of the earth. We're going to bring up John Ponda to give us the invocation and pledge.
Thank you. Let's bow our heads. Heavenly Father, thank you for bringing us here together. Thank you for this fellowship. Thank you for the food that has been put before us. Thank you for the inspiration that we may fulfill our ideal to be the finest Rotary Club in the world. In Christ's name we pray. Oops, excuse me. Amen. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America. To the republic which stands.
Thank you, John. Thank you, John. All right. Moving right along, it's time for our Sergeant of Arms report, and see Bob Kitchen over here waiting for his chance to speak.
It won't be exciting.
Yes, it will.
All right. Thank you, President Dale. Hello, Rotarians. We have quite a few guests today. We have actually 8 guests and 2 visiting Rotarians. So glad to have all of you here today. First, Joe Owens has 2 guests. Joe.
She moved here a few months ago to Indiana. This is Albert, our kid got me involved in it, but he's been visiting for several months out. Clemente is an attorney here in Wilmington, and he'll soon be around.
Okay, Steve Coggins has a guest as well.
Rotarians, I'm good to have a lot of fun today introducing guests. It's my pleasure to introduce Regina Wheeler, who used to be a law partner when I was at the large legal firm in North Carolina. She was in the Charlotte office. I was in the Raleigh office. We tried cases together. Regina is another example of somebody who moved over because she could. Because it's such a great place because it has great things like the state. It's like it's
Okay, Chris Honig has a guest as well. Chris.
Rotarians, I'd like to reintroduce some people that haven't been here yet. My good friend, Mark Hiatus. Mark and I graduated from New Hampshire High School together, and Mark went on to UNC Chapel Hill and then Central Law, and then came back and started his own law practice at Atlantic Coast Law, which is a couple blocks down. So he visit us a bunch, and then we'll have a program.
So I'm catching Debbie in line there. Debbie, you have a guest as well?
To Richard Foreman that he's interested in Japan. So let's give him a big round.
And also Mike Brown has a guest. Mike,
Hello, I'd like to welcome my wife Anna Brown today, and she happens to be the Azalea Festival artist for 2023. So
We also have some guests who recently moved from California, I think, and were Rotarians there. Anna and Jerry Bodley, right here, Anna.
Two in the state. Playing in the area of last night, and not dance, original, rock, and well, we did come to a meeting when you guys were over by the watch on. Before we moved. And, so you have to convince me that this love is better than Leela.
Oh. Great.
Here we are.
Welcome. And we have two visiting Rotarians. John Mikowski. John's been here before. He's the member of the Warwick Valley Rotary Club in New York. So
It is a great pleasure to introduce me. I'm John Mikowski. I'm from Warwick Valley Rotary Club, about 50 miles from New York City. I served there as international service director. It's a great pleasure. I'm down here now until I'm difficult today. Look forward to coming to one. Thank you.
right in. So one other visiting Rotarian, Dave Zacer from Hampstead. So he's not sure.
I'm with the Better Coast Club in Jersey last year, so glad to be down here. Close weather is thank you.
Right. I hope I didn't miss anyone. Glad to have all you. Thank you.
Thank you, Bob. Man, it's exciting to have a lot of visitors and yes, stick around. You'll find out we're the best. No, all Rotaries are good. You know, there are 33,000 Rotary clubs in the world, 1.6 million members, and we all contribute to eliminating polio and a lot of fantastic works worldwide. So we need to always remember that. Something that I'm very excited about. Okay, I think it's time for health and happiness and Kathy Barlow.
Hey. For new members, we've gotten to do better clapping than we used to. It used to be kind of bad, quite honestly. It's my pleasure to be able to talk about several things, and it's going to be quite a lengthy H&H, so I apologize in advance, but lots of things happening, and some sad and some really good. First of all, I want to mention that Don Adkins' wife, and for those of you who know, he's a past president, used to be in this club and still comes on time to time on Zoom. And his wife, Mary Ann, had some extensive surgery for a broken femur, and she's been faced with a long recovery. So we need to keep thinking about her. I also want to mention that if you looked on your tables, there's a little half sheet there. I was asked to mention that Terry has paid for a sponsorship in honor of Anne LaRue. And all of the times on there's no way you all could remember those. So I put them on your table so you can jot one down that you might be able to remember to come on and listen to on WHQR. So we appreciate that, and we continue to honor Anne in that way. And then one more thing, Gary Chadwick and his wife are sponsoring one of the tiny homes, and Gary is in our club, And we thought it'd be fun for you to see that, and it's almost done. So if you get a chance, mention that to Gary. And again, that's quite a whole new development for us. I think there's 2 sites. Is that right? People that know better than me, but anyway, for the homeless. So we'll keep an eye on that. Also want to mention that Debbie Gamalka's sister and nephew have been found, and any additional things, you've had our prayers, any additional things, please contact Debbie. She's in the back there. Want to mention birthdays. Rex Road, birthday is today. Okay. Yay. I sponsored Rex in, so there. Okay. Bill Rose on the 12th, and RB Ritchie is a year younger on the 15th, right, RB? A year younger. Let's give all of our birthday recipients a hand. Okay, membership anniversaries. Stacy Ankrum, 17 years. Kathy Greer, 2 years. And Matt Hillard, 4 years in this club and 6 years in another club for a total of 10 years. So let's give that group a hand. Okay, I get to the fun part for me. One of the things that I usually try to do, and I probably drive you all nuts, is give you a little update on something from 101, something that you might not know. And today we're going to be talking about something that our club did and something that some other clubs did off the coast of the Philippines. And yeah, this is a rotary wheel made out of oh, I can't even think what to call it. Thank you, bio rock. That's buried in the ocean. It's on the floor of the ocean, right off the Philippines. I don't have the statistics, so I don't know if it's larger than our wheel, but I'm working on that to find that out. But anyway, you can see it from above, and this is to honor the Rotary clubs that have helped to save the coral reef, and they found a way to do that. It has to do with electricity and shooting one electrode into one part of it and in the other. And it is going to take a long time to form this, but this is a Rotary wheel to honor that. So I thank you. It's in your Rotary magazine. And also, just want you to remember, we have ours in our little magazine that came out for the 100th anniversary. But I want to tell you just about the wheel. It was a symbol in the earliest days, and a Chicago Rotarian, Montague Bear, drew a simple wheel with lines on it to show motion, and it was to symbolize civilization and movement. 1922, this design was adopted, and in 1923, 24 cogs, 6 spokes were adopted. Where's the engineers in here? Got engineers? Raise your hand. Okay. Well, y'all didn't like it. And they said it couldn't work without a keyway in it. And it was added, that's the little hole in the middle there. It was added, and that's what we have adopted now. So this has been our symbol for 99 years. So if you don't remember anything, remember that. Okay, last thing, New Year's resolutions. Nobody's talked about it, so I want to give you one. New Year's resolution for you, learn something new every day, and you just did. Thank you. I want to take yours. There we go. I did that to Cleve.
Thank you, Kathy. I promised you, some of you are new and aren't aware of this, but we're going to start the secret Rotarian program today, which means I've sent out an email to everybody and announced it here. It was again in my announcement this week that, and that is where I get information from Rotarians. Please send me your information if you would. It's 3 or 4 lines about yourself that probably the other Rotarians don't know. Somebody may. And I'm going to take one each week and I'm going to read those 3 or 4 things. And at the end of the meeting, I'm going to do it towards the beginning of the meeting. At the end of the meeting, I'm going to ask if anybody has guessed who that Rotarian is. Okay. So today's secret Rotarian is a commissioned lieutenant, U.S. Coast Guard captain, raised the Stanley Cup on the ice in 2006, has attended Rotary meetings in Crimea, is a fly fisherman and snow skier. So think about that. And towards the end of the meeting, we'll see if you figured that secret Rotarian out. We have a lot of Rotarians that have a lot of very interesting and exciting things in their past. So we have a member of our club who hasn't been here for a little while, Reed Murchison. We're really happy to see you back, Reed. So Reed is a major sponsor for our Habitat House. And speaking of that, on January the 28th, that's a Saturday in a couple of weeks, is the first build for the Habitat House. We hope that we get 15 or 20 of you to come out. Other clubs will be sending people. You can go online and you can sign up to register in order, because you have to sign a waiver. And so please do that. And let's all come out and help build this house. It's going to be at the Habitat House headquarters and warehouse, and the building's going to be done inside. And that address is also in there, but it's up on Route 421. So that's going to be an exciting event. One of the reasons we wanted to join in this and helped establish it through Christine Ferris is because we want our members to work together on a project like this. So please plan on signing up for that. And there'll be future work days and we'll get that information out to you. Let's see, I think I had another student of the month. Next Wednesday, the 18th, is our next student of the month at Williston. Again, if you're a visitor or unaware of it, it's a really special program we do where we honor students at Williston who have been nominated by their teachers. And we'd really like for Rotarians to come out and help us to honor these students and shake their hands and pass out a few goodies to them. So if you want more information, talk to Steve Yates or Laura Lyle, and or anybody else in the club basically that has been a participant. But I'd like for you to come out. You need to come out about 8:30, 8:45. You'll only be there for about an hour after that, and it's a great program. So next Wednesday. I think with that, what I'm going to do is it's a good time for us to induct a new member. And so I think it's a good time for Elizabeth Redenbaugh and Elliot O'Neill to come forward. Where'd Elliot disappear to? There he is. Yeah, you want to use this mic? All right. It's my great pleasure to introduce Elizabeth to the club. She's been here 3 or 4 times already. Elizabeth and I have known each other and been friends for I don't know, at least 15 years, maybe longer. Elizabeth is the foundation head for fundraiser, if you will, for Coastal Horizons. She was on the school board for a few years. And for those of you who are new to this area, you should be aware that she won or didn't win, but was honored with the Profiles of Courage Award on the Kennedy Foundation up in Boston. So it's a great pleasure for us to have her join our club. And so please say hello to Elizabeth when you get a chance to get to know her.
Okay, Elizabeth, as a Rotarian, she promised to faithfully attend all Rotary meetings possible and make up her need. She promised to live your life on the full test of the things you think, say, or do. You promised to pledge your support to the Rotary Foundation, and the Rotary Club of Wilmington Foundation. And you promised to participate in both international community service projects as well as our fellowship activities. You will say, I will. You know what I'm going to say now? That's a plus. You promised to receive Elizabeth as a new Rotarian and welcome her with Rotary Fellowship. Promised to involve her, educate her, and encourage her to be new Rotarian. You promised to greet her each time you see her. While you missed the meeting, tell her she was missed. Also, you promised to support her as a business person, in this case, in touch with the life. Community, as well as the club Rotary, saying, we will. Very good.
Thank you so much.
Want to remind everybody to put a donation in the cart bucket for Alzheimer's research. I don't know if all of you, I've heard recently that there's a new possible medication that might slow down that, and so hopefully some of our money has helped to develop that. Also, there's 4 more days for you to nominate somebody for our Leaders in Service program. We are up to 28 nominations, which is exceeded last year's nominations. And we have a couple different committees that are going to review those and select the 3 that we'll be honoring at our big banquet on May the 4th. So if you know of somebody that you think should be honored in one of the 3 categories, please go online and do that in the next few days. Okay, next we have a little surprise. We're going to do some Paul Harris Fellows. We have a former Rotarian. Unfortunately, he could not continue due to business activities and so forth. Robert High, outstanding member of our organization. And he made a donation of $3,000 and asked the board to select 3 persons who should receive these Paul Harris Fellows in their honor. And the board has selected 3 people that we think have put in a lot of extra time in this last year and effort. And so I'm going to, first of all, call Donna to come up. She's going to assist me with this. And the 3 individuals are Lucy Holman. Make sure I don't make any mistakes. Taft Martin, you'd come up. Lucy Holman, come up. And I don't think Kat is here, but Kat Marinich is the 3rd. Oh, she is here. Kat. Okay, most of you know. Work already. This on? No. You can for those of you who, again, have been with the club a long time, you're clearly aware of what this means. But we're really honored to be able to give out these awards today to these 3 individuals. The first one is for Stephen Pat Martin, and it says Paul Harris Fellow in appreciation of tangible and significant assistance given the furtherance of better understanding and friendly relations among peoples of the world. So it's our honor to do that. We receive all their stuff. Congratulations. And second. Next is Lucy. And it says the same thing, basically, Lucy. We thank you for all your service, in particular with the Leaders in Service program last year. And so thank you very much. Congratulations. Thank you for all that you've done for the club, all your contributions of a wonderful case, but more than that, your presence as well. So, thank you, congratulations to you. TAP has done a lot of work for the club. He almost single-handedly built these garden boxes over at DC Virgo, and it's put in a tremendous amount. He was out there early in the morning. So, but all three of these individuals the board felt were outstanding members and should receive this award. So let's give them a standing ovation. What a great day, huh? All right, and we're going to hear about the Azalea Festival now. Nationally, probably internationally known event in Wilmington, and of course the COVID epidemic set it back a little bit, like most things, like our club even. But we've got a great crowd today, and I'm going to ask Robbie to introduce our guest speaker.
Thanks, Dale. Our speaker today is Denise Szaloky. And I got that better that time. The last time I tried to introduce her, I've tried to fit 5 or 6 syllables in that last name. And there's only 3. She is this year and the North Carolina Azalea Festival's 76th president. A native of Wichita Falls, Texas, Denise came to Wilmington in 2001, quickly became involved in our community and the Azalea Festival. Over the last 20 years, Denise has worked her way up to the festival president by serving on and chairing multiple festival committees like the Queen's Coronation, Volunteer Workers Party, and the Queen's Arrival and Welcome Committee. Over that same period, she's found time to work with the Cape Fear Women's Club, Good Friends, chairperson for Wilmington, Health Access for Teams, Power of the Purse, Cape Fear Heart Association, New Hanover Hospital Heart Committee, president of the Hanover High School Booster Club, PTA president, Red Just Luncheon chair. You get the picture, a lot of stuff. I think the only thing she hadn't done has been in a Rotary Club, so I'm working on her today. Denise is married to Joe, and together they have 2 awesome boys. I know that she probably doesn't need an introduction to most of you, but if you don't know her, she's the exact type of person you want to work with if you ever are trying to pull off the impossible. I'm sure she's been working for this year's festival ever since last April and well before then, and I have no idea this will be the best North Carolina Azalea Festival we ever have. I understand today that our festival artist, we all know Anna Brown is here, as well as the ticket office manager, Danielle Moore, is here from the Azalea Festival. Please give them all a big Rotary welcome.
Well, hello, and thank you for having me. Yes, I know a lot of these smiling faces in this room, and it really is my honor to be here to discuss with you the plans for the 76th Azalea Festival. In 1948, Hugh Morton was the president, and here we are now. So we have an estimate 300,000 attendees for the week of our festival. And we're also now a 501c3, which many of you may not know. So sponsors are the backbone of this festival, but volunteers are our heart. Our sponsors this year, They have grown after a few years, haven't they, Robbie? So we have some encore and major sponsors I would like to mention at this time. Cloudwise, Coastal Kia, DFS Agency, DGX, Dollar General, Duke Energy, End of Days, Hotel Ballast, New Hanover Printing, Stella, Truist, and Wicked Weed. So I am so thankful for them so we can continue putting back and giving back to our community. So my volunteerism team. So what I had a committee meeting last night. So when y'all are usually part of boards and committees, you have a chair and you go to your event, have your fundraiser. I have 108 chairs and co-chairs. I have 41 events and I have over 1,000 volunteers to pull our festival off. So I cannot do it without them. I cannot do it without you, and I cannot do it without your support. We're one big team. We're one big engine. We're one big puzzle, and I'm just one piece of that puzzle. So the mission of the North Carolina Azalea Festival is to stimulate the economy and have an economic impact, which is over $50 million, and to encourage volunteerism for over 1,000. See, I'm not used to being in, I will. I love to walk and talk with my hands. Okay, so the president has puts its own spin on the festival every year. It kind of makes it, tweak here, tweak there. Well, my vision is a little different this year. I think COVID has taught us all to look within. What do we have? Appreciate what we have. So my vision is one community, one voice. I'm going to honor local people that showcase their contributions to our community in various and different ways. So it started with me choosing my artist a year and a half ago, Miss Anna Brown, who also is not only is she a great mom, an employee, she gives back to the community with the Blue Ribbon Run. So I'm looking for people, and I've chosen people who have started foundations, nonprofits, and already have their boots on the ground to make this community in our area a better place. So Anna is responsible for the beautiful oyster shell print this year. That is the original that she brought with her. We will have extra prints for sale today and then some oyster art. But I can't thank her enough for saying yes. It took me 3 times, as Mike would know, but I'm so thankful to have you. So appreciate it. Thank you. So now I'm going to talk about, give you a little bit of statistics. We have numerous partners and partnerships with people within the community. And I'm going to just run through a few real quickly, as well as some media statistics. We partner with Cape Fear Volunteer Center, Big Buddies. We just had Jingle on the Beach in December. Cape Fear Garden Club, Cape Fear Coin Club, L&M Restaurants, Pause for People, Billion Hall, Wilmington Art Association, Historic Wilmington Foundation, and our Scholarship Princess Pageant, which I am pleased to say we give $14,000 away to college for our contestants that are the princess or the court. That is the second highest paid scholarship pageant in this state, only behind Miss North Carolina. So we are very, very, very happy with that. So media. So as you can imagine, if you have lots of events, lots of volunteerism, we all have to kind of work together and figure out what we're doing. So in the last year, website page views, little under 926,000. Website users, a little under 230,000. Media followers, just a touch under 63,000. Emails opened, a little over 233,000, and email subscribers over 23,000. It takes a village to make this work. And so all of that information can be found on our website. So moving right along, new and different. What else is it that the Azalea Festival is going to look like this year? So the Queen's Coronation. The Queen's Coronation will be held at the Boys and Girls Brigade. And we're going to do it a little different. We're bringing the Queen to them. And we're going to have a magical day for all the boys and girls, and their other locations are going to come to one. And we're going to make them a part of the event. So we are so excited to be going and doing them, to let them know dreams can't come true. Don't limit yourself, be anything you want to be. Concerts. We will have 2 concerts this year at Riverfront Park. Thursday night, which we announced is Carly Pierce. Opener is Connor Smith, if you haven't heard that. Friday night, we will have a concert at Riverfront Park. We hope to announce next week who the headliner will be. And then Saturday, we're going to offer a free concert to all the residents that want to come at Greenfield Lake. It's called Tunes and Blooms, sponsored by Wilmington Grill. And we're not going to charge a fee to go, but they'll have food trucks, beer trucks, whatever else that's going to be there. And we're going to showcase local and area music and bands. So that's something kind of new this year that we're going to try. We think it's a wonderful way to get people to bring their families and to incorporate this Azalea Festival, but not necessarily downtown. Because some people don't like to go to the street fair, or they don't want to be at the parade. So Greenfield Lake gives them that opportunity to still be a part of it and participate. Another new event, I should say, or a thought that has transpired this year, is we are starting the program International Blooms. So each year, our plan is to announce a different country. So if your child starts school at kindergarten, by the time they get out of high school, they will know cultures of other countries. This year, we're going to honor Mexico. So you will see a lot of influence at our events and other things which we do. So our chef showcase is January 28th. Our raffle trip is a trip to Mexico. You will see food, you will see cocktails, you will see different arrays of children participating in the parade, on the multicultural stage, as we honor Mexico this year. We still continue to have our youth art and writing contest. So if you have any children, grandchildren that you know of would like to enter, that is going on right now. Our Sun Run, which is in its 4th year, because it's been virtual and then was at the Loop last year, is actually on the beach this year at Wrightsville Beach on February 4th. So you can get your toes wet in the sand, you can run, you can walk. So that is kind of new. We are still partnering with Paws on Parade for the official paw day of our animals. That will be March 18th. Another new event is the Azalea Spring Fashion Show that will be held at Blue Water on April the 1st. And so how can you help and get involved? We have Azalea Sweep, to where we have teams that go out and pick up trash. You get a t-shirt, your logo on the back for $250. You get lunch and you get 10 concert tickets. You can buy sponsorship, patronships, tickets, media ads. I gave you what our loop is in the community. Festival Fun Guide ads, which is our little map. Or we also have pen pals for $10 in the month of April. You can register to win big prizes and get discounts at many businesses throughout our community. So thank you again for having me. I am open for questions. I'm sure y'all have some. No, I do not have a queen yet. Yes.
Are there any patron level sponsorships with them?
Yes.
And how many of those do y'all usually sell? How does that work? What do you get with patron package?
So patron packages are $1,500. You get 2 tickets to the events and the opportunity to buy more additional tickets. So you get 2 per concert, you get 2 to the gala, 2 to the garden party. What am I missing, Robbie? And the black tie gala on Saturday. And so we do have forms for that, as well as the information. We have oyster art, oyster posters to which our artist Anna can hand sign for you today. More
Other
events.
questions?
Yes.
Chris?
At least a couple of past presidents, the other festival club, Robbie being one, Donna, Cameron, not sure who else. There was a lot of them.
Yep.
Other questions? Yes, Jason.
Do you need more volunteers?
Absolutely. We also have a new volunteer coordinator that is a volunteer who's actually taken that task on as well. So we're going to do a central bank now of volunteers. And that way, in case we have somebody on a Thursday afternoon or Sunday morning that needs additional help, we're trying to streamline a whole new process for that.
Your event at Winter Lake Amphitheater, is that a full day event?
It'll be from noon till 10.
Thanks, Mark.
What is that?
The festival this year is April 12th through the 16th. You're welcome.
Albert?
Well, piece of history that I remember well, public well as well. Early gardens, just, I'm a mission friend here. Early gardens and orchard plantation and Greenfield and one other. Used to have their own apprentice. And I remember they came down to every year, early and orchard would alternate. One would take it one year, one the next year. And it was front and my parents, they were well, so they would fall down and they all have early. So it was quite a time. And then we had the PG golf back then when they could afford to pay the, we probably started out $50,000 or $60,000 now.
Yeah.
That outgrew what we could do. Anyway, it's still amazing to show us. Great leader, great, my wife was active.
Thank you.
Thank you, Albert.
Thank you.
He was relating prior to the Azalea Festival, Orton Plantation and Azalea and one other place. All had festivals and traded off, and so eventually
Gardens.
it became, they are all big gardens. And eventually became the Azalea Festival. So just a little background there. So and I know he and his family have been involved for many, many years. So thanks, Albert.
I see a lot of other major sponsors in the room. Thank you, Kat. Thank you, Reed. Thank you, everybody. We
Any other
really
questions?
appreciate it.
Let's give Denise a hand. Another tradition besides the Secret Rotarian that I'm reinstituting is a gift for our speakers. It's a pin made by kids making it. If you're not familiar with them, it's where they train young people. It's a nonprofit locally that's grown tremendously over the last 15 years. And they make these pins and they get the profit off each one of these. So it's a gift today for
Thank
joining
you.
us.
Very
You're
appreciate
welcome.
it.
Okay, we're a little early today. Anybody have anything else? Of course, one thing this will do is give you time to go over and purchase a poster or a Azalea Festival flower. Or sign up. So they'll give you a few minutes for that. So please take advantage of that opportunity. While you're here today. Secret Rotarian. Who has figured out who the Secret Rotarian is? Raise your hand. Nobody's figured it out. Okay, Debbie? It's Gabe. All right. How many people thought it was Gabe? Okay, if you knew your background, Gabe, so congratulations. Don't forget to send me your information. It's fun. We can learn a lot about each other. Next week's program is Pause for People and a special program they do with the fire department. So be sure you come back for that next week. And with that, we're going to do the raffle. Three, 5, 5, 9. Three, 5, 5, 9. Big crowd today. Somebody must have it. No. Seven, 8, 3, 6. Chris. All right. Three, 4, 9, 5. Tiffany. Tiffany. Three, 4, 4, 4. Kathy. All right. For those of you. Thank you, Aaron. For those of you who are new, again, we do this raffle. The money goes to Alzheimer's research. Eventually, if somebody wins by pulling the correct cards out, they will, card or cards, they will get half, no, 1/3, I guess now, 1/3 of the amount of money we've collected. And the two other tickets that are drawn get their $5 back. So no winner. All right. Any other announcement? Have I covered everything? All right, a great group today. Let's stand, please. And repeat the things we think, say, and do as Rotarians. Number 1. Number 2. 3. And 4. Thank you.